culture appropriation, a topic that you only ever get seen discussed on Twitter, never in the real world. You're never with your homie and you're like, you know what really hurts? Culture appropriation, when someone pretends to blah, 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 blah. When you think of real issues, you think of Israel Palestine conflict, you're thinking of Ukraine Russia war, you're thinking of other things about taxes and all that shit. But for some reason on Twitter, people will make cultural appropriation seem as if it's like the Antichrist returning, bro. So I'm going to talk about it in today's video. I know it's a random topic, but I haven't uploaded in a couple of days and there hasn't really been much to discuss. And I also don't want my channel just to be, something that's going on YouTube, just YouTube drama. I want it to be just conversations, honest conversations. At the end of the day, I don't disable comments. I don't remove comments. I don't censor anyone. Over here, we're free speech completely. Even if you're a Nazi. So welcome to the Nazis here. You know what? We are all Nazis, aren't we? By the way, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But also, I'm wearing the sunglasses because it matches my Matrix shirt. And I love the Matrix, all right? One of the goated movies. I know some of you are probably going to think, oh, this guy's red pill or whatever. No, I just love the movie, all right? So let's talk about cultural appropriation. So from what I've been able to see from people that talk about cultural appropriation, is cultural appropriation is when someone from another race does something, or not race, but it can be race, ethnicity, or whatever, does something that's from another culture. Whether it's something like a white guy having dreads, that usually is the biggest example, or an Asian guy wearing a do-rag, or a black guy wearing a sombrero. I think that's what I've been able to see what cultural appropriation is. Now, me personally, and this is just my personal opinion, you're more than welcome to agree, disagree, or whatever in the comments. Again, we're free speech right here, 100%. And also, this is on Rumble, I think. I don't know. My Rumble videos it's like synced to my YouTube. Sometimes I even forget that they go on Rumble. So I've been going through my Rumble account. I'll look, oh shit, I forgot that I forgot that you could even do that. But anyways, what I was trying to say is, for me personally, when I've seen people complain about culture appropriation, the way people describe it as is they describe it as an evil, bad thing that hurts the other culture. But every time I've seen an example, it's not really anything big. Usually, and this is one of the most famous clips, there's this video, and I reacted to it once, but I think I deleted the video because I was trying to reboot that second channel at one point. I wish I didn't delete it because I still agree with myself in that video. But there's this video of this white guy. And I think he's done this with every other culture, but I think his most popular video was him wearing, and by the way, he's a white guy, a sombrero and a pancho. And he goes around like a college campus and he asks like all the black students on if they find his outfit offensive. And most of them are saying, yeah, it's offensive. You're appropriating Hispanic, Latino culture. You're offending Mexicans, whatever. And then he went to this side where it was like all Mexicans, like all Hispanic people. I think it was some type of market or something. I don't remember. But it was this market of Hispanic people. And he's asking them. And most of them seem to be like actually born in Mexico. And he's asking them like, what do you think of the outfit? And most of them were like, it's cool. I like it. And that clip is often used as the biggest example of cultural appropriation. And I am Hispanic. My mom's Mexican. My dad's Salvadorian. They both came to the United States. They had me. I'm the first natural-born U.S. citizen in the family. Some of y'all may not like that. Some of y'all like that. I don't freaking know, because for some reason people complain about immigrants having kids here. Well, I'm a product of that. But when it comes to cultural appropriation, in this guy's example, this ain't culture appropriating, bro. This is actually a good thing to do. Now, here's where it would get bad. What would be bad is if you start mocking it. There's a difference between trying to be in it and mocking it. If this guy was going around being like, yo, guys, I'm Juan. I'm here to mow lawns. I'm here to do... Like, if it was that, I'd be like, okay, now you're mocking. But wearing the sombrero, wearing the poncho, that is actually something I'd find funny. I'd laugh with him. I'd be like, all right, cool. I've never worn it. Actually, I have, but for comedic purposes. I've never worn a sombrero or a poncho unironically. So I can't even claim that that's mine. Sure, that's my ethnicity. And that's what my culture has done. But I've never done it. I'm not saying I hate that. It's just that I've never had the urge to be like, you know what, today's outfit is just gonna be a poncho, a sombrero. You know, instead of driving a car to work, I'm gonna ride a fucking donkey. Like, it's not that. But I am very in tune with my Hispanic culture. My first language was Spanish. I didn't even know perfect English until I was around 4 or 5, I think. And even then, I think the time where my English started becoming better than my Spanish was around the time I was 10 years old. I'm pretty in tune with my culture. I've gone to Mexico many times. So much so to where I get bored going there. Okay, to be fair. So before anyone's like, "Oh, you're one of them whitewashed ones," you know what? By the way, I think it's even worse to tell someone from another race or ethnicity that they're whitewashed. I think that's worse than actually culture appropriating. But let me get my thoughts on culture appropriating. I believe people from all ethnicities, races, and backgrounds, I think people should be able to come into each culture and just enjoy it. Just have fun. If I have a white guy and I see him in a market with a sombrero, I'm giving that dude a high five. I'm dapping him up, bro. I'm dapping him up, being like, hey, cool, bro. You're doing more than a lot of these white, blue-haired liberals. Like, this is offensive. Trigger. And if you notice in the video, and go search it up, just search up white guy, culture appropriating, Hispanics, I don't know, something like that. And if you watch that video, notice that the actual Hispanic, the actual Mexicans in the video, they're like, man, we don't fucking care, bro. That's cool, bro. That's cool as shit. That's all that matters. While the ones who aren't Hispanic, who are white, black, whatever, don't even know a lick of Spanish at all, probably at most is hola, that's about it. They're the ones offended. And that's my problem with internet culture, or not just internet culture, but Gen Z culture right now, which is being raised through the internet. You're being raised to care about issues that don't fucking matter. Culture appropriating does not matter. It doesn't at all. Mocking a culture is bad, but there's a difference between some white guy wearing a sombrero and just having fun with Hispanics than if he went around there with the lawnmower being like, hey, look, my name is Juan. And look, we're dirty fucking spicks. These fucking beaners, these fucking wetbacks. Like that. That's where the problem would be. You always got to look at someone's intention. What is their intention? But if you look on the internet, it's always cancel culture. I mean, not cancel culture. Culture appropriating is bad. What? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? You're not offended. You're pretending to be offended. And if you're not pretending, the internet groomed your fucking mind. I know that's a harsh word, and I know that's not the way it should be applied, but your mind's been groomed into being programmed into thinking that everything has to be some offensive attack on you yourself. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Shut the fuck up. Life is hard. Wear a helmet. Okay? Go to a construction site. I guarantee you spend 2 hours there. You're gonna realize, oh shit, everything on the internet is over sensationalized. Culture appropriating isn't a real thing. And even if you want to get into that argument, what would be deemed culture appropriating? Because in this case, in the video, the guy was just wearing a sombrero and a poncho. So from what I've been able to see, it seems like a person can't wear anything from another culture unless, and it's deemed like, oh, you're going against, like, that's offensive to the people in that culture. Okay. Would it be offensive if I started cooking Asian food? If I cook up some noodles or whatever, I don't know what Asian people eat, maybe a fucking octopus, although in Mexico I've eaten octopus, so that's maybe not Asian, I don't freaking know. But if I start cooking Asian food, I go on YouTube, find a video, how to cook Asian food, and then start cooking it, would that be culture appropriating? No. If a white guy makes tacos, is that culture appropriating? No. If I make a hamburger, is that culture appropriating to German people who are the ones that made hamburgers? No. That's a slippery slope argument that people want to get into. But most importantly, it's also an argument that doesn't fucking matter. You're telling me if you buy croissants from Walmart, you're now culture appropriating French people? No, it's fucking stupid. It's pathetic and embarrassing to think this shit matters. If a white guy wears dreads, can I genuinely be serious with this? If a white guy wears dreads, how does it hurt you? Oh my God, someone's wearing my type of hairstyle. Yeah, but no one looks at the guy and thinks, oh, he's black now. No, that's fucking stupid. It's the same way with the Mexican or with the white guy. No one looks at him and thinks, oh, he's Mexican now. No, it's just this fun thing that you want to do with yourself. and you just live life. It might look stupid or silly or whatever. That's why I don't wear ponchos or sombreros, because to me it doesn't look good. I like to dress a little nicer. Although I know most of y'all gonna be like, boy, you're wearing a Matrix shirt, I don't fucking know. But it's so weird that we put so much emphasis on everything like this. A white guy having dreads, a white guy wearing somebody, and it's always the white guys that always get the blame. And also, I just don't get it. Like, why is it so important to you, motherfuckers? Why is it so important? You go on a slippery slope argument that means nothing. I get every culture has their own uniqueness, and that's cool. Being unique is cool. But at the end of the day, we are all united under one race, and that is the human race. And NASCAR. Can't forget about NASCAR. But we're all united through one race that God created. God created us in his image, and he made us all unique so we can have all these different stories to tell from our different cultures. Native Americans, Mexicans, white people from Europe, Sweden, wherever, white people from America, Canada, whatever, people from Finland, people from Nigeria, people from Vietnam. We all have our different cultures, our different backgrounds and experiences that all unite us together, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're all flesh and blood. One day we're going to die, and it's not going to matter. God's not going to take us to heaven and say, what's up, my black friend? What's up, my Asian friend? What's up, my white friend? Like, he's not going to give a fuck. He's going to look at us, think, what are the sins that you've committed? Did you repent when you were here on the earth? He's not going to look, oh, well, you wore dreads and you're Asian. The fuck? No one gives a shit. Why does that offend you? Why is that so triggering? And also, if culture appropriating is this big problem, then why is it only with the niche thing? Why is it only specific groups or specific things to do that are culture appropriating? If I see an Asian guy playing soccer, I'm not gonna be like, that's a Mexican thing. That's fucking racist of you, bro. No, I'm gonna be like, cool, let's play soccer together, whatever. Let's juggle the ball together. I'm not gonna be like, this is my thing. No, because I want everyone to experience it. And even if it's something as silly as a white guy wearing dreads, who gives a shit? He's not taking away anything from you. He's just making his hair a way that he thinks is cool. I mean, I won't lie to you. When I was in my sophomore year of high school, and I have wavy hair. If you guys seen me with my long hair, you guys know like there's like waves in it. Not like waves like do-rag wave, but like it's like kind of like it's just you see like a hue or something like that. But I remember when I grew my hair out, I hated my hair because I have thick hair. Putting a comb or a brush through in there would just that's actually why I cut my hair short, because I don't want to deal with that. To me, it's nice just to put it down like this. But I remember I used to straighten my hair because when I would straighten my hair, it'd be much easier to style. I also thought straight hair looked cool. Someone with straight hair could easily tell me, you can't do that. That's taking our culture, because I don't have natural straight hair. So you go on the slippery slope argument. I could say the same. If someone dyes their hair black, my hair is black. If someone dyes their hair black, I'm not going to be like, you're taking away from my culture. If someone dyes their hair blonde, a blonde person is going to be like, you're taking away from my culture. No, just cool, unique things that people want to do. As long as you're not mocking that group or that person specifically, no one gives a shit. All right? It's always intention. And that's the thing that I think has been forgotten through these Twitter liberals. It's always the intention that matters. If this person is deliberately trying to be an asshole or a dickhead to a group of people, then that's a separate conversation. But if it's just someone thinks this is cool style that looks good on them, all right, by all means. And at the end of the day, we need to stop with this identity crisis that we have. Everyone wants to be oppressed. Everyone wants to feel unique. When in reality, at the end of the day, we're all just children of God. We're all just children of God here on this earth, that were put here for a purpose. And that purpose is to spread the word of God. Why do we have to care about how someone does their hair? Why do we have to care about if someone wears different culture things? If I carry a spear, is someone going to be like, oh, you're taking away from Native Americans? Bullshit, motherfucker. You took this land from the Native Americans, so baby, shut the fuck up, all right? Which I'm not saying is bad. Love America. God bless America. So it's just a slippery slope argument that eventually just concludes to this doesn't fucking matter. There's, again, bigger issues in the world. There's children starving in other countries in the world. There's children dying in the Israel-Palestine conflict. Why is it that we're giving a fuck about culture appropriating? And I know some of you are going to say, oh, if you don't want to give a fuck, why do you got to talk about it? That's true. My channel is just a random channel where I just talk about shit. But at the end of the day, you're not going to see me going on Twitter or making a video being like, this person is culture appropriating Latinos as Latinxs. By the way, can I say this also? I think it's significantly worse to call us Latinx or Latinx or whatever you want to call us than it is for a white guy to wear a sombrero. It's just the truth. So I just want to say to all those Twitter liberals, stop getting offended for other people. Because when you live your whole life being offended, you're just wasting time on much better productive things to do in this fucking world. If you're that sensitive to everything, I'm going to tell you this right now. Your parents didn't raise you right. My parents were strict on me. My parents taught me that the world is going to be hard on you. And you got to realize that there's more important things than just going on fucking Twitter and being like, this thing is offended. Like, that's how I was raised. Now, I don't know where y'all's parents were. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But my parents told me, hey, this is life. Wear a helmet. Have a thicker skull. Because in this world, when you're a little bitch, they're going to treat you like a bitch. They're going to bend you down and just, if you let life take its course. If you're man enough, if you're strong enough to realize that you're going to live a much better life. Life is always going to be hard. There's always going to be struggles. But life is going to be a little easier if you stop acting like a bitch on Twitter. Life will be much better if you're not some sensitive little fuck who's going around getting offended for other people. Because you don't accomplish anything. You might get a couple new followers on Twitter. That's about it. But followers on Twitter ain't going to mean shit. Because when you die, before you die, you're going to leave a legacy behind. With your family, with your friends. You leave a legacy behind when you pass away. And when you pass away, are they going to remember you as a good person? Or are they going to remember you as a, hey, he had 2,000 followers on Twitter. Yay. Is that really what matters to you? You know, using the right pronouns in your bio, putting the Palestine-Ukraine flag, putting all these flags, doing BLM 16, like it's all these random shit. Stop. Pause, all right? Pause. That's just a lesson for everyone watching. And I hope you'll enjoy this video. Y'all let me know in the comments. And maybe I've said something wrong that I can change my mind on. I feel like one thing that everyone can testify to that watches my videos daily is they know that I will change my mind if facts come into play. Because to me, I always believe in being a free thinker. I believe free thinking is important to society. I believe everyone should be able to understand that if they have a certain belief, it can't be changed when a fact is in there. So maybe I'm forgetting something. But just from the things I've seen, I've always thought cultural appropriating, it's not a real thing. And if you think it's real, then I really believe you're just, let's just say, got a couple of screws loose. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Stay sober, stay sexy, live in the now, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.